Well, these pictures tell 1,000 stories. The faces of the men who are fighting the final battles of October. Their whole lives, they've been honing these skills, hoping that someday, sometime, it would count in a big game.
Up the middle and Lemke. Close play. Got him! Caught by Glenn. Gets back to first, and he's out!
Want to make your mark? Go ahead. Make it in the World Series.
Pretty well hit. This ball is going to go. Scott Liss, and he corks one into left field. And it's gone!
Minnesota has had its fun, but now the whole scene changes. The show is in Atlanta. And tonight, the ringmaster would like to make it the greatest show on earth. Outdoors tonight, and it's nearly a full moon over this jewel of the South, the capital of Georgia, where the Atlanta Braves are the peach of everybody's eye. Atlanta is a city on the move. 19 of the Fortune 500 companies are headquartered right there. But tonight, whether you are a captain of industry or the captain of your little league team, you don't have Georgia on your mind. It's baseball you're thinking about. And this is where you want to be tonight. Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. And if you're anywhere near this place, this is what you're going to see and hear. So excuse them if they seem a little carried away here, but think about what the good folks down here have been through. Not only has no professional team ever won a championship in Atlanta, the folks right after the All-Star game, all but the hardiest of fans had written this team off as yet another losing season. This exuberance, which has stirred the city, has also sparked controversy among Native Americans across this country. The Braves say they'll address that when this series is over. In the meantime, they've got another problem. A two-game deficit to overcome. But then again, in this most improbable of seasons, maybe they had Minnesota right where they want them, at home. And so tonight, it's Game 3. The Minnesota Twins and the Atlanta Braves here on CBS. Again, everybody, I'm Pat O'Brien. Tommy Lasorda will be back with us tomorrow night. Welcome to Game 3 of the 88th World Series. The Minnesota Twins are halfway to the 4 victories they need, but bear in mind some of those historical precedents that make baseball such a wonderful sport to follow. Minnesota has never won a World Series game on the road. The 65 Twins were swept in Los Angeles, and the 87 Twins were swept in St. Louis. The Braves are by no means out of this one. In fact, since the Brooklyn Dodgers came back to beat the Yankees in 1955, 9 of the last 19 teams that have lost the first 2 games have bounced back to win it. And so how big is this game? Here's what some of the players told me down on the field earlier tonight.
I think it's big for the Braves. You know, I think it's a big game for both teams, really, Pat. I shouldn't say that. You know, we're up 2-0, and we're going to be in their park, and they're going to be Tommy Hawkin, and they're going to be ready to play. So we definitely have to be on our P's and Q's and come out and try to get Erickson some runs early, and hopefully he'll hold on from there.
We need to somehow deter that momentum that they have. Also, we need to build our confidence back up. You know, losing 2 games is tough, but I feel like if we get the win tonight, we'll be sitting pretty good, because then we have 2 more games here at home, and I think that'll give us a little boost.
Well, we've got 2 of the brightest young pitching stars in baseball on the mound tonight, Scott Erickson of the Twins and Steve Avery of the Braves. Now, Avery arrived at the stadium earlier tonight. He got out of his van there and walked up to the door. Nerves or what? He went to the wrong door, folks. At any rate, he has matured at the perfect moment. As far as the Braves are concerned, there it is. There's the door. Avery won his last 5 decisions of the regular season and then threw nothing but blanks at the Pirates in the NLCS. His opponent, Scott Erickson, is one of the 2 20-game winners in the American League this year. And because there is no designated hitter in National League parks, Erickson, of course, will bat for the first time since he was in high school out in Cupertino, California. And a while ago, he almost hit one out of this ballpark and told me he'd like to, in fact, do that. Some other lineup changes. The Twins will miss their regular DH, Chili Davis. He hit 29 regular season home runs and a blast in Game 2, but will not start. Here's that Game 2 home run.
Chili Davis launches one. 2-0, Minnesota.
Quite a moment up there, and Scott Erickson's personal catcher, Junior Ortiz, will start in place of Brian Harper, who is clearly superior with his bat. Now, without Davis and Harper, Kent Hrbek will move into the 3rd slot, even with the left-hander Avery pitching the game. Meantime, while Twins fans wait for their hard-hitting outfielders to get their first base hit of this series, the unsung infielders have carried them to a 2-game advantage. And how often have we seen bit players become leading men in the World Series spotlight? And as Shakespeare said, some men have greatness thrust upon them. In baseball lore, the names roll off like a battery of bean counters. Tennis, Doyle, Hatcher, and Hatcher. After games 1 and 2, we can now add to that list such names as Knobloch, Leyes, and Gagne.
Pretty well hit. This ball is going to go.
The pressure is on the big shooters, you know, the big guys, to hit the home runs and drive in the runs, and that helps us to just go up there and just to be easy, free and easy.
I wouldn't say it's luck. It's just a matter of excelling, you know, at the right time, at the right moment, you know, getting that pitch, and when you get that pitch, hitting it, or if you have a chance to make a great play and making it.
I understand, like, when you look on it from the outside, like I used to do, you're like, wow, you know, you're in the World Series. But once you're on the field, it's the game again, you know, and you're just trying to do whatever you can to win.
Kent Hrbek did what he had to do in that controversial play at first base that everybody is still talking about here in Atlanta. Hi, Ken. How are you? Hrbek's expressed some interest, though, in becoming a wrestler, and he showed off his moves to Ron Gant. And as we always do, we went right to an expert for some analysis of that play. Here's what our expert had to say.
Based on what I saw, Kent Hrbek mastered the technique. The step over toe home. Yeah, Hrbek, I'm impressed. Through the Macho Man's eyes, the tag was clean, and Gant was out. So what's off base about that? Yeah.
When we come back here, what were you doing when you were 21 years old? Steve Avery is pitching the biggest game of his life. I spent the past couple of days with him, and we'll have that for you straight ahead as our coverage of the 1991 World Series rolls on from Hotlanta here on CBS. Stay with us.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1991 World Series is brought.